On this trip, I'm taking my two friends, Tracy Crane and Maggie Smith, out on their first ever hunts.
When you hunt turkeys in the morning, you gotta be there at daylight.
With the help from my hunting partner, Janis, the Latvian eagle, we're hitting the hills of Montana for wild turkey.
Turkey's coming.
While a turkey hunt is a great option for first-timers, it's still by no means a walk in the park when hunting this area. We've got a lot of work to do before we put ourselves into that one crucial moment where everything counts.
Stay as still as you can.
I'm Steven Ranella. To me, hunting isn't only about the pursuit of an animal. It's about who we are and what we're made of. I live to hunt and hunt to live. I am a meat eater.
There's a long list of reasons why I love turkeys. Near the top is the fact that you hunt them in the spring. After a long winter of cabin fever and ice fishing, it's magical to get into the hills and watch the earth come back to life. And then there's the excitement and beauty of giant birds that make heart-stopping sounds. Which is why, when my friends Maggie Smith and Tracy Crane decided they wanted to pick up hunting, I insisted that they cut their teeth on turkey. What do you guys think about having the first thing you hunt for be a turkey?
I read somewhere that it's common for adult onset hunters to start with turkeys because there's less of an emotional attachment to a turkey. So that being the first thing you kill is easier.
I've seen many first-time hunters cry over deer, cry over caribou. I've never seen someone shed a tear over a turkey.
Maybe a first.
Maybe a first.
You think so? Do you feel like you might get emotional?
I might, yeah.
Because like the taking of a life. Or like tears of joy or tears of sorrow?
I think both. For the meat and sad for a life, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so beautiful.
To help us out, our buddy the Latvian eagle, Janis, is hunting with us. As a prelude, he's whipped up a few special dishes to show them the true versatility of this giant bird that extends far beyond the Thanksgiving table. This is a reversal of normal routines where you eat after the kill, but I feel that it'll be helpful to show these new hunters just how rewarding success can taste. Do you guys think it's messed up to eat what it is first and then go hunt for it so you know what you're getting into, or do you think it'd be better to hunt it and then taste it?
No, I think it's better to eat it first and then hunt it because a big part of, at least for me, why I'm interested in doing this is the connection to the food.
So it's good to have the familiarity first.
Totally.
The more you become a turkey hunter and think about turkey hunting, the more you'll run into people who disparage wild turkey meat.
Why?
Because it's like, here's a real turkey that can fly, fight, evade predators. But a wild turkey, he's just tough. So some people, instead of them being like, wow, that's so cool, that makes me even better, they look and be like, oh, it's dry, or it's too tough. But what we like to do is what Janis did here is, I'm making this with that part, this with this part, in a way that just gives every little piece its moment to shine. The same way you wouldn't jam a cow into an oven and turn the oven on. They're really cool, versatile birds.
And then, do you guys want to try the pâté first?
Yeah.
How about it?
First up, a turkey liver pâté recipe from Jacques Pepin made with butter, cognac, and thyme.
That is awesome, Janis.
Next, we've got some turkey leg tacos. Janis cooked down the legs in Danielle Pruitt's tequila and lime braising liquid until it was moist and fall off the bone tender. Then we just wrap it in a tortilla with some Oaxaca cheese and cilantro.
I thought I'd keep it simple.
Good job, Janis.
You really taste the flavor of the meat.
But you can definitely tell it's like a lean bird.
Yeah, totally.
Finally, a no-frills smoked turkey breast, which is maybe the best argument out there for getting your own smoker.
Again, I kept it simple so you could taste what we're eating.
Oh, that's good.
I brined it, very simple brine. Found it in the old MeatEater cookbook.
You don't say?
Yeah. And right into the smoker.
Wow.
It really is the best preparation for this part of the bird.
Yeah.
Brine it and smoke it.
How much experience do you guys have shooting guns?
I have no experience shooting guns.
No, like 0 times pulled the trigger.
Zippo.
I've done it once. My cousins sent me flying back. Cousins didn't tell me. was not very funny.
So now that Tracy and Maggie know what to look forward to when it comes to eating, they need to know what to look forward to when it comes to shooting. We take them to the shooting range to give them a rundown of what to do and why when they're in the field.
You guys will find the more you talk to people that like to hunt, there's a thing people say like, well, that's what works for me. It's kind of like saying I don't feel like talking about it. No, I'm gonna tell you what works for me. I am naturally a sloucher when I sit, and I take that to advantage because I think the worst thing you can do when hunting turkeys is be up and moving. So I sit like this, and I'll call like this, and as he's coming in, I would generally just shoot just like this.
Hold on, you don't even hold your shotgun with 2 hands?
I just feel like I won't be able to hold it like that.
Maybe not. I'm just showing you what works for me.
I got it.
Because what people want to do is you're up here. It seems to me to invite like a lot of fidgety movement.
Yep.
And if you want to be like this, you can be like this. Just see what's most comfortable for you. Now Yanni will show you what he thinks works for him.
The only thing I would change is so you can get around the gun a little bit better. I would do a modified slouch. Like Steve was showing you, to use your knee.
Yep.
So a lot of times have my hand underneath my knee, so I have control of that forend of the gun, and I can just drop my head and I'm on the gun at that point. That's the position I like to assume.
So shotgun shell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's how many chances you have to hit.
I like those odds.
Since turkeys are far away and you're trying to hit a small target, you want to send all that shot out in a tight pattern aimed at his head. Because there's too tight, meaning it's easy to miss if you're not aiming. And then too far away, it gets too spread out. You know, you could have hits here and there, and you injure the turkey, but not enough shot density to make sure you're hitting his brain and spine.
Yep.
And killing him outright.
All right, show them where to aim on a turkey.
If you just keep in mind that you're aiming where the neck joins the head.
Yep. Okay.
And aim right there. Put your bead there.
Yep.
You're gonna be more than fine.
You guys ready to shoot?
Yeah.
Cool, who's going first?
Maggie is.
Now that Tracy and Maggie have some knowledge about what they're supposed to do when shooting, it's time to practice actually doing it. Maggie's up first.
It's a lot of pressure.
Well, we weren't ready.
That's fine, we got your shot. Let's go see how you did.
Well, I knocked the thing over.
So, what's the evaluation, guys?
What'd you aim at?
Here.
Okay, don't.
Okay.
It's too low?
Too low.
It's great. If you were aiming here, it's a good shooting shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
I think that just based on the way you shoot, the way it's very clear kind of where our pattern is, I would move that up and then aim at the base of the skull.
Okay.
Base of the skull.
Base of the skull. Got it.
There you go.
Hey!
Dead turkey.
Now it's Tracy's turn.
Yeah, that looks good. Does that feel nice and stable when you aim?
Yeah, I think that feels pretty stable.
Good. Let's take a look. You got him. He's deader than dead, but only kind of. We're gonna see what's up. We got to know if the shotgun.
Well, no, I would highly guess that it was my issue.
Well, no, we don't know that. Little teeny bit high, but earlier we were 8 inches off. Fire in the hole. Nice. Dead turkey.
Tracy!
It's still high.
Listen, I'll hunt with you. You're fine. We're gonna use that shotgun, that ammo, and we're gonna go out and get turkeys. No problem.
The next day, we're off to Lewis and Clark National Forest in central Montana. This is an area where a buddy of ours had bumped into a few birds recently, and we're excited to check it out for real. We set up base camp in an area that'll provide us with a good jumping off point to hunt a variety of locations. Once we're settled, we head out for a look around.
Adios.
We pair off.
Let's go.
Tracy and I head in one direction, Janis and Maggie in the other. We'll first get a lay of the land just to see what we're dealing with. With the snow, the turkeys might not have migrated up this high yet, but we won't really know until we see firsthand.
It's too much snow. Let's go check somewhere else.
Okay.
One way to locate turkeys is to rip out the noise of a crow or any other sharp, sudden sound. Especially in the spring, turkeys have a peculiar habit of hearing these noises and responding to them with a gobble. In the parlance of turkey hunters, such a gobble is a shock gobble. Meanwhile, Janis and Maggie are headed down slope to hopefully find the edge of the snow line where there might be a little more action.
It's beautiful.
It is.
And there it is, spring thunder, a turkey's gobble, the lifeblood of a turkey addict. Janis settles in and tries to summon the gobbler to them with the calls of a hen. Unfortunately, after a short wait, the turkey does what turkeys do and never appears.
Just when I thought there's no way they'd be up here in this stuff, there they were.
They don't know it yet, but Janis and Maggie will end up hunting this same bird for the next 3 days. And Tracy and I figured out at least where we don't want to hunt tomorrow. So all in all, a pretty productive day. Tomorrow, we'll get up well before dawn and get rolling. The next day is filled with totally different frustrations for our two teams.
Nope.
While Tracy and I hike all over the place, calling and looking, we can't get into any action whatsoever. Meanwhile, Janis and Maggie have returned to the vicinity of where they heard the gobble yesterday, and at first, things get promising.
Did you hear that? If he's by himself and he's lonely, he'll gobble all morning, and then he'll gobble when we start calling to him. Hopefully. At least he's playing ball. He's not too far away. It's so tempting to want to call. But let's hurry up and get up there, because I think he's going over this way. Come on.
He's teasing us. Sneaky son of a bitch.
The following day, Tracy and I go to a whole new spot at lower elevations on a small chunk of farmland owned by a friend. It doesn't take long, and we spot a lone hen hanging out in our field. Hoping that a gobbler might come along to check on her, we set up shop. Up in the mountains, Janis and Maggie are determined to get in range of the bird they've been chasing.
We're going in after a bird that Maggie named Sneaky Pete. He just keeps circumventing our position. We're tightening down the noose very slowly.
But Pete is either real slick or real lucky.
Son of a bitch.
He gobbles like crazy, but as soon as they get close and start to call, he shuts up. He then walks 200 yards and starts gobbling again. You can tell that he's played this game before.
When all else fails, just yell. It helps to get the frustration out, too.
On the other hand, Tracy and I have a totally different headache. We've watched this one hen all day, adding a few calls of our own, but no gobblers show up. As evening rolls in, the hen ambles across the drainage and pops up into a tree for the night, where she's joined by a second hen.
I'm pretty surprised to see those two hens go in that tree with no gobblers. I thought for sure they'd be packing a gobbler with them, but I don't think they are.
As the day ends, we make a plan to be right back here in the morning. With two lone hens hanging around, a gobbler has to show up. For their evening hunt, Janis and Maggie try to intercept Sneaky Pete on his way back to his roosting tree, which is far from a guaranteed move, as these birds switch roosting trees all the time. But he slips past them and, like magic, gets up into his roosting tree unscathed. No chance for a shot.
Son of a bitch. He circled around us.
It's aggravating, but Janis and Maggie know exactly where to be at first light tomorrow. The next morning, Janis and Maggie are set up about 70 yards from Pete's roost tree. But a roosted bird is far from a roasted bird. Janis knows he won't come to his call, so he's staying silent this morning and employing an ambush strategy with decoys mixed in.
We're right where we need to be, I think.
Pete has traveled this route 2 out of the last 3 mornings, so Yanni is feeling cocky.
That's it. Guaranteed he's coming behind her.
Time and again, Janis had reminded Maggie of the conditions that need to be met before a shot gets fired. The shooter is calm, the turkey's head is up, there are no hens nearby.
You ready?
She takes the advice a little too literally.
Just let him walk right in front of you. Come through. Oh, so close.
I know. Damn it.
It's okay.
Damn it.
That's all right. Didn't feel right.
No.
You don't pull the trigger.
Damn
He
it.
was pretty, wasn't he?
He's beautiful. Everything you think it's gonna be, it's not.
It's intense, that's for sure.
For our final day, Tracy and I head back to our same spot from the night before with the 2 hens roosted nearby.
Probably settling in for like a long wait.
We're trusting that a gobbler will eventually roll through to check on them.
Oh, they fell down.
A different hen comes in behind us, calling loudly and obviously annoyed about a new and sassy hen, us that is, encroaching on her nesting territory. She puffs right up, perhaps to make herself look big and intimidating. Out of nowhere, a gobble cuts through the silence, coming right from where the hen did.
That bird's behind us.
He's approaching fast, and I make the mistake of thinking he'll take the same route in as the hen did. But he does his own thing and pops out where I'm least expecting him, practically in our lap. It takes me by total surprise. He's on top of us.
Hit him again, hit him again.
With no time to think, I screw up a second time and urge Tracy to rush a shot. She rolls the bird and it goes down, but then regains its feet and heads for cover.
Let's go, come on. I screwed you up, come here.
It happens to all hunters if you stick with it long enough, but you hope it's not on someone's first ever hunt.
Did you see any tracks? That was my fault.
It was mine.
No, I totally misread the situation. I heard him gobble. I thought he was somewhere else than he was. But he hadn't spooked. He was running in. He would have stopped.
Oh, Steve, did I totally injure him?
Well, he was injured, yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll try to look for him.
I feel awful for putting Tracy in a rushed situation, but I'm not giving up hope. The turkey went down hard, and I'm not convinced it didn't die within seconds. We start the search.
Here he is. He's dead.
Thankfully, the bird didn't go far. Still, a hunter's first kill can be a pretty emotional experience. That brief moment of uncertainty compounded that for Tracy. Seems like a bad moment to have a camera stuck in your face.
Just cut man. Are you, like, where are you at now on this turkey?
It feels a little surreal.
But
It's a remarkable experience.
But in terms of it not going the way we wanted it to go?
I'm coming to terms with that.
Really?
A little bit, yeah.
When it comes to like shooting a turkey, they're all like chaotic.
Yep. I think after, you know, spending time looking for so long and not finding a lot of birds, I think I was taken aback by like when it actually happened, the flood of emotion. And when I first saw him, I was like, oh my God, he's here.
Yeah, like the gobble is.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
So now got to get a zip tie and you gotta tag them.
You want a hair elastic?
Let me see what it looks like. Yeah. This will be the first turkey ever tagged with a hair elastic. First turkey.
Thanks, Steve.
Nothing looks worse than a wet turkey. A dry turkey is a thing of beauty. A wet turkey is a rough turkey.
I think it's still a thing of beauty.
Yeah. You know, people have this tendency to measure success by results, meaning they'd look and be like, oh, we got a turkey, and you didn't, therefore, we're like the better turkey hunters. But I don't think that's the case. Because I feel like your guys' whole dance with this turkey was ultimately a more rewarding experience. Sure, Tracy gets to luxuriate in success and eat all kinds of turkey dishes and whatnot, and know that she's like a really successful hunter.
You're gonna come
right?
over.
And then she'll see you and laugh at you. But deep down, I kind of feel like you guys had a super cool experience working that same impossible turkey.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
4 days on one bird is a lot.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was way more emotional than I thought. I think I went through every single emotion I have in my body.
I have more fun hunting with someone who's seen it for the first time than I do hunting just by myself, I think.
Really?
A little bit. I don't know why I do it every day.
I can see that, especially with this one over here.
No, I enjoy it, man. Till next spring.
Thanks, guys.
Or Wednesday.
For everything.
Or Wednesday. Or this Wednesday.